Well, hello there. This is George and BJ Cooper. My last name's Yazarski, Yezarski. So if you go on to YouTube, make sure you say George Yezarski, or you can just put in BJ Cooper because they're connected. Tonight, I'd like to talk just a little bit about lyrics. When you write a song, lyrics are very important, and they can make the difference between a hit, a non-hit, or the difference whether or not you get your message across. But you have to understand, you got to write them in verses. You don't have to make everything rhyme unless you're doing country, I guess. You have to, you can have a chorus or not have a chorus. You can have a bridge or not have a bridge. Those are things you decide based on the music you wanted to do. But I'm going to show you, this is what we did with the song Five Heart Pilot. And this is how it was written. It was written verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. And of course, we knew to go back and redo things, you know, by drawing a line if we had to or whatever. This is how we wrote it up. This is what it looks like. So now you know kind of what it looks like with the verse, chorus, and line. What that does is it helps us when we're trying to sing it or write the music to it. We know where we want to go, how we want to phrase things. Now, this is a song called Hello. Now, in this song, with this page, you're going to see underlines like on what if we never said hello? What if you were someone that I never ever know? What if you'd love somebody else? And in it, the background singers wrote what they wanted to do, oohs, ahs, or if they wanted to sing the lines with me. So they scratched it all up to make it look something like this. And you can see where they used the lines and stuff. That is so that you know where they're going to sing. Okay. So now that we got that part, let's talk about the lyrics in general. If you start sitting down writing lyrics, you kind of want to write about something you know, something you understand, or something you heard from somebody said, or a thing you were watching a TV show and you saw something that made you get an idea. They always an idea somewhere. You just never know where it's going to come from. So when you get it, jot it down right now, even if it's just a couple words, because later on, those couple words could turn into a beautiful set of lyrics. One More Angel, one of the songs I released years and years ago. We had an artist who got killed in a plane crash. We were walking into a Starbucks. It was on the TV about the plane crashing. And there were these young girls up in the front getting ready to order their coffee. And one turned to the other and said, "Oh, that's so sad. Heaven must have needed another angel." Well, didn't seem like much at the time, but jotted it down. Heaven must have needed another angel. Later on, out came the song. Heaven must have needed another angel. You know, he must have needed someone special. Well, they were great lyrics, beautiful song. But some of the religious stations wouldn't play it because they said, "Who are you to say that God is going to kill somebody just to have an angel because he wanted another angel?" It's not exactly what we said in the song. We said, "I'm sad. I don't know, this person died and I need a reason." And I'm saying he must have needed another angel. He must have needed someone so special. That's all. It's just making ourselves feel better. It's not about God killing someone just to have an angel. Believe me, he's got enough angels. He don't need to kill somebody. But sometimes they just die. Accidents, colds, fevers, COVID, who knows? And sometimes it consoles us to say he needed another angel. Because we're saying that person went to heaven. They're with their God. Whether you believe in God or not, it's just the way it is. So write about something you know. And on top of that, don't try to use proper grammar. Forget the English teachers. Forget the vocabulary teachers. I mean, you're gonna make words up. Sometimes you're just gonna make words up that really aren't spelled or written that way. But because it's a song, in order to make it fit when you're singing it, You have to do that. And remember, you might write a lot of things down and think, this is great. But when you start putting music to it, you might have to cut half the words or one word or two words because you just can't get it to work. It doesn't fit. So now you got to rewrite and rewrite. But that's okay because once the music starts going, you will find a way to make your message work with less words. And sometimes less words is great. You know, one of the best songs in the world that is a hit and everybody loves is You Are So Beautiful to Me. Can't you see? You're everything I hope for, everything I need. You are so beautiful to me. That's the whole song. Verse, chorus. That's it. And yet, with that few words, everybody can sing it and everybody loves it. There's a song by Barry Manilow. It's called One Voice. I don't think there's more than 15 words in that whole song, but everybody will know it. One voice. If there's one voice, then there's another voice. There's another voice. And it's a hit, and people love it. So it doesn't always have to be a lot of words. You know, sometimes just little things make things work. Then you take the Edmund Fitzgerald, from Gordon Lightfoot. You want to tell the story about a ship and what happened and how the people on the ship felt. And he knew how they felt because he listened to the SOS calls. He listened to the radio calls. He listened to what they were saying to their families and friends as they knew they were going to die. They knew there was no way out of it. So he took all of that, and in 8 minutes, he gave you a song about the Edmund Fitzgerald. So you could write a book and have 348 pages, and a song properly written can probably tell you almost everything you read in that book in 3 minutes to 5 minutes to 8 minutes to 10 minutes. I mean, writers have a way of condensing it to make you understand how people felt, what happened. So that's what you need to do. And I hope you have good time writing music and never give up. Even if you think they're not going to work, they will eventually. So you have a good time with those lyrics, okay? BJ out.